All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasun said he kicked back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to not only the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, but the General Seti YouTube page, two powerhouse institutions on YouTube, giving you nothing but black power, black divinity. I want you to subscribe immediately. That's right. I want you to subscribe immediately. I want you to become a member. The link for the memberships is right down in the video description. Click it. You'll get a video introduction, rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti General Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. The General got a new website up on Teachable, giving you a lot of dynamic curriculums, powerhouse programs, certificate courses. First one up, 25 steps to the redemption of definitive black manhood, designed by the General just for the brothers, is powerful. And you already know I come with all the information that is needed for one to be successful in this realm of existence. Also, I mean, you can go over there and you can view the curriculum is there for you to view, preview, and also included the Brotherhood of Hebrew Roundtable, where the brothers live stream, where the brothers sit down once a week. We discuss very vital, very important, very powerful information pertinent to our growth and development. Get over there, preview the curriculum, and become a brother, become a member today. That's right. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti, DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. I know you're going to like and love. Get over there, check out that catalog, get a discount, shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, Seti University, over 2,500 videos, 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love, from the General Omeka, Voyagers of the Nile, when Egypt ruled the earth, Nubia, mother of ancient Egypt, Black Babylon, African origins of Mesopotamia, Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Hinduism, all the isms exposed, Black Illuminati, Freemasonry exposed, hip-hop occult, Black woman is God, making of the white man, and so many, many more. Not another website nowhere on the planet that could compare, compete, become a member today. Everybody knows Seti popping on Patreon, popping his page on Patreon by far. Everything is exclusive. You cannot view it nowhere else other than Patreon. It's live. You get a chance to see every video live the first time. And so that's powerful. You understand? Because nothing like live. You know, when you see the General live, Seti live is lit. So you already know. Get over there. We're going live today. We got two powerful presentations for the day, and I want you over there front row and center. Click that link right at the top of the chat and be in the house. And to all the family donated, I thank you. Those would like to donate, the link is right there, and I really appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it, share it with your family and friends, and comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. Here we go. Shutting down Job Corp to force low-income citizens into the military. Is that what they're doing? Is they shutting down Job Corp to force low-income citizens into the military? I don't know. But they most definitely want your ass on the battlefield. They don't want to give you no damn skill, I could tell you that. Why would your enemy want to give you a skill? You see what I'm saying? If he was trying to give you a skill, he wouldn't be going over to goddamn South Africa to bring the scum of South Africa, you know, the white South Africans over here, they supposedly farm. And here niggas been dropping seeds in the goddamn ground for the last 400 years. And so, goddamn it, why would you go way over there? And we the one that built the farming industry right here in America. We built it. So you think they trying to give you a skill? See, that's what's wrong with our people. We think the Neanderthals supposed to look out for us. That's what's wrong. And I always think of it from a military standpoint. why would your enemy want to empower you to overthrow them? That don't make no goddamn sense to me. You see what I'm saying? Even when I think about, reparations and all that, from my point of view, from our point of view, yes, it's deserving. Yes, we deserve reparation. But when you look at it from their viewpoint, they didn't bring you over here, nigga, to give you no reparation. You think you didn't fill out no application. They didn't guarantee you no motherfucking Social Security or nothing like that, nigga. They brought your ass over here in the bottom of a boat, and the ones that were over here, they threw your ass in chains too, so it don't make no damn difference. This wasn't something that they intended to give you no goddamn reparation. You understand what I'm saying? This was a global robbery of a people. You see what I'm saying? And so ain't no motherfucker robbing motherfucker intend on giving it back. So I mean, and so that's what that's how we think. We think that somehow he's obligated. He ain't gonna give you a goddamn thing. Especially what they dealing, what you dealing with today. They trying to knuckle back down on and take it up some notches because they dwindling. You see what I'm saying? Instead of putting the pressure on their ass, they dwindling. It's time for peoples to unite. It's time for our peoples to unite. This is the time to do it. And I understand a lot of people, I've seen people put up there, he's got military. Yeah, he do, but we got the mind. We got the mind. We got the spirit to bring and to neutralize that. You see, we can neutralize that if we want to, And so, but that's where we're going to have to go. So shutting down the Job Corps, and that's, and the thing is, again, we need to be educating ourselves. Goddamn, I remember when Booker T. Washington had created the Tuskegee Institute. You see, and he was down there training our own people, teaching our own people. You see, we need independent black institutions doing that. So it can't close down. You see, and that our peoples is really getting what they're supposed to get. I don't know about Job Corps. I don't know if they was really getting what they were supposed to get out of the Job Corps. I don't know. I know my cousin went to Job Corps, and that was we talking about over probably damn near 30 years ago. You see what I'm saying? You talking about over 30 years ago. He went to Job Corps. He learned how to what was that he learned? I know he learned how to make furniture. He learned how to make welding, and he also learned welding, and he was good at that shit. Some guys, he was working for a furniture company, and he got one of my homies a job there, and he said, I didn't work there, but he got one of my homies a job there, and my homie was like, damn, man, I didn't know Philly Phil could, really make furniture like that. Say he was one of the top guys in there. And so they was making like couches and tables and shit. Yeah, he was putting that shit together. So yeah, and he's saying that them white boys was hating on him because he was so good at what the fuck he was doing. So yeah, some of them is, and I don't know if it continued to, give our people that type of knowledge on that level up into this day, because back in the days when it's really getting them funding that it need. You know what I'm saying? Probably a lot of white people in there too. But now that they cutting off everything that's for the low income and shit, this, that, and the third, probably wasn't getting the funding that it was getting years and years ago. And so it probably not on the level of what it was 20, 30 years ago. So I don't know, what level that it was producing, the skilled laborers. And like I say, Marcus Garvey had already said that, they don't want you competing with they children. That is not something they want you to do. They do not want you competing with their children for no goddamn jobs. And that's what the fuck this shit is all about right now. And he say, goddamn it, there's going to come a time when they going to discard motherfuckers. because it's not going to be enough to go around for every goddamn body. So your black ass going to be one of the first ones, along with them Hispanics. They getting their ass up out of here too, but it's not enough. You see what I'm saying? And so Marcus Garvey says, since that's going to be the case, then it's time for us to take the skills that we have while we got them and educate our people and go on and get us some land and start working our land and building on our land and building up our community so that we got a place to go when the shit hit the fan. And niggas did not do that. And the majority of these niggas out here today, man, they don't have no replacement for the program that Marcus Garvey, which the extension was Malcolm X, who continued to push that program. But we got some commentary. We want to hear from the commentary and see what's going on out here. And so we'll start with this brother first. We'll get him up here and see what he's talking about.
Job Corps has 119 cents.
Hold on, fam.
At the same time that they're having an enlistment shortage in the military. Job Corps has 119 centers nationwide. They serve about 25,000 students this year, but prior to COVID, they served about 60,000 students. Job Corps specifically makes sure that low-income people.
So you seeing right there, pre-COVID, they had over 60,000, participants. You see, so now, you're talking about in 2025, 25,000. So they already, so you see what COVID did right there. Slashed it by damn near, you know what I'm saying? Something like 35,000 participants. You see what I'm saying? So they know what they're doing by enacting, you know what I'm saying? These planned chaotic global situations and shit, and that way they could begin to defund, depopulate and everything else. You see?
Between the ages of 16 to 24 can learn a vocational trade. It makes sure that people that are most vulnerable have an employable skill that they can use in the real world. Republicans speak out of both sides of their mouths because on one hand they'll say,
electricians, plumbers, we need more of those in our country,
while also closing down the same program that provides those things. This is also a way of propping up the for-profit prison system. One of the main demographics that uses Job Corps are children or young adults that have court-ordered supervision or have a criminal record. The president said he wants to build more for-profit prisons, so now you have a demographic of people who can't learn a skill or a trade, also have criminal records and court-ordered supervision. Where do you think they go? The damage that this administration is going to do is going to be irreversible for generations to come. They're closing Job Corps at the
Yeah, so so a lot of people believe that what they're doing is to force a lot of these low income straight into the military because they didn't have, they are anticipating a war with China. They have announced that, they have openly announced that. I just seen it that they are anticipating a war with China. And it's crazy because years previous, I remember them saying that, they expect a war with China by 2027. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know who this guy is. I can give you his name once I get back in there. You know what I'm saying? I'll get back in there, and I'll drop it in there, and I'll make sure the next time that I write down the TikTok page I got it from. But anyway, they're anticipating a war with goddamn China. So they most definitely got to get, they trying to get their numbers up. Because motherfuckers ain't been going into the military. You see what I'm saying? Especially, and why haven't they been going into the military? Is it because our people are being successful? outside of the military? You see what I'm saying? Are they being successful? They're just like you putting tariffs on China. Is it because now, just like with China come out during these tariffs and tell that all these so-called high-end companies, Gucci and Louis and all Prada and all, been going to them to get all the high end products and shit, clothes, purses, shoes, jackets, and all. They've been going to China to get it, and have a lot of the average people out here learn how to go to China themselves. They done found out who the plug is, and now they going straight to the plug, bypassing all these high end companies, getting paper on their own. Is this what's happening? That's what it looks like what's happening. And so a lot of people out here probably got their own jobs popping off. Cats is making music. They got their own studios. They got their own video cameras, drones and shit. And, they can go around the country and manage themselves and get shows and shit and all of that. Yeah, they bypassing a lot of this shit. And so now they understand, that they got to shake up the system. They got to shake up the system, family. Let's listen to this brother right here. I'm trying to get it in here.
Job Corps, right? For this reason, the U.S. majority will soon disappear forever. Caucasians in America are going extinct. Caucasians in America, right, their death rates are increasing and their birth rates are decreasing, right? And so this is why I believe that they basically ended the funding to Job Corps, because their control over our world is dwindling. And so they want those same people that are go to Job Corps to join the military. But you see,
but we got to understand, man, the motherfucking military is racist as hell too now. Them is some racist motherfuckers too now. A lot of times they don't want these niggas even in the military. They trying to drive motherfuckers into the hole. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think every motherfucker that was at Job Corps, I don't think they necessarily, some of them maybe, but you know what I'm saying? Because if you got, because a lot of them cats, they may have had a situation where they got, they've been convicted of some type of situation and shit, and they got certain type of marks against them on their record and shit. And so, I don't know how that worked. So I'm quite sure they would love to, for you not to have no options and shit. You know what I'm saying? Is and they are expecting. They could be at war with Russia. They could be at war with North Korea. They could be at war with China any minute now. Matter of fact, Iran. And so I'm quite sure they are trying to get their numbers up by any means necessary. So why teach them all because as far as they're concerned, them jobs, as far as all that welding, all that furniture, but they intend for their babies to have that shit. You understand? They babies gonna get first dibs on them, them type of jobs. I'm just gonna be 1,000 with you. You see what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. That's why all that DEI shit, he come in there and strike that down. So there ain't no laws in place where you got to have a certain percentage. You see what I'm saying? And so if that's the case, and the white boy is the one that hire and fire, he always gonna have his peoples in there. You see, he gonna always have his peoples in there, and that's just what it is. So, and again, the brother is talking about that. The Europeans, the white Americans population is at a negative, just like Europe. A lot of people not bringing that up. Yeah, it's at a negative for the first time. It probably was already that way. And so, so They probably want to start a war, and send and then put a majority of our babies in there. Yeah, they're gonna always put enough of our babies in there, and they talking about 18 to 24 and shit, and wipe out a whole generation of our people. You see what I'm saying? Because that's killing two birds with one stone. You see, you send them over there to go to war with Russia, with Iran, with North Korea, with China. You see what I'm saying? You win that war, you devastate them, then you take out so many of our people, come back mentally disturbed. You understand? You done been in war, come back mentally disturbed, not even functioning, functionable in society and shit, because you done lived over there in a chaotic world of warfare, bodies everywhere. You can't sleep. You understand what I'm saying? You fucked up. So yeah, we have to think about that. That could be a part of the process.
It's a lot of us, black and brown, that are rejecting the military. If you notice, there's a lot of black people who were in the military who got out. And though a lot of black people aren't going into the military. So when you realize that the military has a lot of control over the black people who enlist in the military, because now you're under the control over America. America is in control over you. The government controls you. And so when you have all of us delisting from the military, right, and you have the Caucasian population dwindling down, right, you realize that it's slowly turning to a new America, or should I say back to the ways of old. And so the reason why this is significant is because one thing you have to realize, these young niggas nowadays don't give a fuck about a draft. And if you try to create a situation, create politics to force a draft, you're going to realize that it's a lot of people who ain't going to show up. And you can't jail millions and millions of people who turn their backs. So you have to find another way. Remember, the black people are the majority. This is why they need us to vote. This is why they need us to join the army. They can't do shit without us. So when you're talking about defending the country, there's no defending shit when we're not front line within our masses. And so, them young niggas don't give a fuck about a draft. There's not enough jails or prisons to be able to arrest all those people who neglect the draft. But yeah, this.
And a lot of these niggas out here, they want to be a rapper. You see what I'm saying? They want millions. They don't see making no millions and shit going into no goddamn military. You see what I'm saying? They don't want, I remember they tried to trick. This was when I was in high school. The motherfucker tried to trick me into the motherfucking military, but I had consciousness and shit. You see what I'm saying? And motherfucker thinking they talking to a duck or some goddamn body and shit. You know what I'm saying? Telling the motherfucker how much you can make good money and shit. Yeah, you sign up, they give you $30,000 off top and shit. And I'm like, man, listen here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be able to do it. You see, I ain't, once I started thinking about, man, nigga, you gonna be on the other side, on a ship or something, nigga, somewhere floating off and nigga, you get into a war, any goddamn thing, nigga, I'll say, oh no, ain't no motherfucking way. You know what I'm saying? But I had conscience too, but I was also in a void, because when niggas graduate, and if you ain't got no goddamn money to go to college and shit, and where you going, nigga? And that's where a lot of our people be after they graduate from high school. If we, some of us can get in, community colleges and shit and this, that, and the third, but I mean, you need to survive right goddamn now. That's what that ain't like, you know, our people in a, you know, we ain't got nothing to lean on. You know, so a lot of times, you know, it's either you need money right motherfucker now. You can't wait no 4 motherfucking years. You know what I'm saying? Till you get and then get a degree and ain't nobody gonna hire you with the motherfucking degree no goddamn way. You know, you have to have fucking you have to have a skill, you have to or a profession, you know, that they're gonna, and you know, and our people, you know, our kids and shit, you know, I used to have to take them kids to the it was a particular in the university, and they would have a book there, you know, and it'd have like, you know, in the future what jobs and shit was gonna be available, and they'll let you know, based on you know certain statistics and shit, what jobs were gonna be in demand in the next couple years or 3, and let them look at it and say, you know, you can't go in there and just major into any goddamn thing, you know. And so a lot of people, they go and spend 4 years, you know, in a particular under a particular subject that when they get out the motherfucker, they ain't even got a job waiting on them, and then you're in debt. You in debt. You're in debt. You 4 years in the hole because you done took some shit that you can't really use, you know. And so now you worse, you in deeper shit than you was before you graduated. You see, and so yeah, so that's where it's time, man. It's no other plan. Motherfuckers can sit here and listen here. Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, they put that shit down. Add Booker T. Washington in there too, because Marcus Garvey was coming over here to hook up with Booker T. Booker T laid it out. Nigga, we fuck all that. Y'all can go get them fake ass degrees. And what we gonna do, we gonna teach shit that we need right now, skills. You know, how to make shoes, how to make clothes, how to do all these things. You know what I'm saying? How to make furniture. You know what I'm saying? How to build houses and shit. That's what he was saying. You know, fuck all that. And Marcus Garvey said, you know what? That's what I need. You know, that's what I envision. And so Marcus Garvey came over here to hook up with Booker T. Washington, but Booker T. Washington died a year before Marcus Garvey got over here. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, what's who over there? You say, hey, oh, okay, you saying that guy over there tripping? Oh, yeah, let me go and get that motherfucker up off of here. Yeah, he out of here. Thanks, Edward. Yeah, I thank you, brother. I didn't, you know, just throw it in there. You see some spooky shit, let me know. I'll just get their ass up out of there. But anyway, yeah, yeah, so if they're getting rid of Job Corps, yeah, I mean, everything that Marcus Garvey and Malcolm X is saying is true. Black power, black economics. This shit ain't gonna, and really, we've been saying this shit forever. And motherfuckers thinking, oh, that, yeah, you know, and you want to do everything but the right thing. So you gonna keep paying, because then it's like the syphilis effect. The motherfucker roll the ball up there. Motherfucker think they doing something. Ball roll back down. Motherfucker spin, you know, and rolling the ball up could be a generation. You get the ball up there and then you done spent 40, 50 years of your motherfucking life like the civil rights motherfucker, and the ball roll back down. And so you back there, no affirmative action, none of that shit. All the shit you marched for and all the shit you put your life, and we commend our family. But Malcolm was telling them, man, that shit ain't gonna work. You understand what I'm saying? If he give it, he could take it away. You see what I'm saying? So the shit that's going to last forever is the shit that we do for ourselves, do for self. Marcus Garvey say do for self. Do for self. You see what I'm saying? Everybody come after Marcus Garvey. They took from Marcus Garvey. You see, whether they spin it one way, spin it the other way. Malcolm X father was a Garveyite. So the two greatest brothers that laid this shit out, no matter what a motherfucker is saying, you gonna have to go back to that goddamn program and work it. You ain't got to work it the whole way. You understand? Because we understand this is a different reality. Motherfuckers want to take a program that was created over 100 years of fucking ago, and it's supposed to be updated, but the meat of the goddamn blueprint is still the right thing to do right today. It is the only thing to do. So if your motherfucker cutting off, he cutting off some more shit. You cutting off some more shit. Just wait. Yeah, he just getting started, and the motherfucker and he only halfway in his first year. Wait till the second half. See what he cut off in the second fucking half of the year. You see what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have shit at the end of the day. But you know what? You have to weigh that shit in the scales. Because as they start to take shit away, it causes us to be more creative. It causes us to really have to focus on the shit that we need to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? So when they thinking they hurting us, bitch, all they doing is making us better. Yeah. That's all they doing is forcing us to be the best people that we can be. That's all they doing. And that's a good thing, because you know what I'm saying? That's exactly what our people need to make us be the best. And it ain't going to take us long, because if we will start to work together, it may look daunting at first when you're an individual and you got that individual mind. But when our people start working together as a family, start working together as a community, start working together as a city, and refuse to allow those that are really trying to be and play a part of positivity in, you know, this big move of community uplift and rise, and we refuse to let one of our own fall and we lift each other up, man, this shit gonna take off quicker than what motherfuckers want to believe. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna take off quicker than what motherfuckers want to believe. So no matter what we see out here, them cutting off this, and I know it's going to be painful for a lot of our people. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be painful. It's going to be painful, and I understand that. But it was coming all along. So I don't want nobody to say, oh, it was coming all along. You see what I'm saying? You have to do what you can on that. Whatever you getting, you got to do what you can as quickly as you can to get something. You know what I'm saying? That you can stand on before they pull that rug from up under you. You can't lay on whatever you get. And I don't care if it's legitimately yours, even the Social Security. People done worked all their life for that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's theirs, and they're gonna try to pull that shit too. And you didn't work for it. You know, the money that you put up, you know, because you've been working all your life. 401k or whatever the shit it is. You didn't put money in your own, and because the economy so fucked up and inflation is so fucked up, what you put in at the time in which you put it in, it ain't even the same amount of money no damn more. You see what I'm saying? So now people's is looking like, goddamn, 401k, 401k, and see, so you know what I'm saying? So it ain't even the same. The dollar ain't even the same. Inflation fucked up. So whatever you put in at the time you put it in compared to where the fuck the world is today, you got to go back to work, man. You got people damn near 70 years old working into their 70s. Some in their 80s. Man, that's crazy. Goddamn 80, 70-year-olds and got to get Uber and doing Uber and shit. This shit is crazy out here, man. But anyway, family, we just getting started for the night, man. Come right black. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you get over there to beat Black Power Cartel. Subscribe to the cartel. Make sure you subscribe to if you're on Sarah General, Sarah Sunseti, or YouTube, General Seti YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you get over there to Patreon, because we most definitely going to be going to work in just a second. We got 2 heavyweight presentations lined up, and we're going to give all energy to those presentations. I want you in the house. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.